Hello and welcome to Bittening. And today we are doing an amazing session with uh, you know uh, JF Rochet, right? So I'm just taking his nickname. He'll tell his full name because I'm not very good at taking the French names, but JF will help me in recalling his name. But I'll call him Jeff. Jeff is basically leading the international business development for Ledger, and he's taking care of Europe, Eurasia. He's taking care of Asia and various other parts of the world. He's responsible for taking Ledger to different part of the world. Ledger, by the way, if you don't know, maybe this is one brand. If you know Bitcoin, probably the next thing that you know is Ledger. So that is how strong this brand is. That is how strong the brand recall for this particular crypto hardware wallet. Once you think of a self custody, the first name that comes to your mind is Ledger. Maybe you buy some other wallet that's pretty okay, but you still know Ledger, that Ledger is there, and Ledger is the leader in this particular space. If I just have to give you a number, Ledger is available in more than 200 countries in 10 plus languages, and most of the world's top brands, they prefer Ledger. And the HNIs and financial institutions, high net worth individuals, they prefer Ledger. Ledger has, gained this respect after, proving year on year that, despite being under attack from so many different part of the world, because there are 100% there are people who are trying to break Ledger, but they have still failed. And there you have a Lindy effect, that if something has survived for some period of time, I think Ledger has really uh, been a name. They have proven themselves, and I think the future also is amazing for them, particularly the kind of period that we are going through right now, because we saw FTX, we saw so many other CFI ecosystem falling down, and then people suddenly realize that, okay, self custody is the only way forward. And now when we are seeing that banking system is also collapsing, especially in US, now people are also realizing that if the exchanges are not safe, if the banks are not safe, where else they can keep their money? So is crypto hardware wallet is the solution, right? So that is what we are going to discuss today. Welcome, JF. Welcome to this podcast. This podcast is one of the most watched podcast in the country, in India. Uh, Primarily, generally we do it in Hindi, the national language of India, but I'm sure people do understand English as well, and they love to watch this podcast. And we want to keep this podcast as very friendly, and we want to understand more about Ledger and the vision and the product itself and what's coming in the future. So to begin with, uh, JF, how are you? And how's life in Paris?
I'm very good, thank you, and all is good in Paris. I'm super happy to join your family as
Thank
you're calling it. Sorry not to do it in Hindi. I wish I could,
you. Yeah,
but I think your country is such a fabulous country of in terms of innovation, in terms of technology.
yeah,
It's super nice for us to be here and discuss with your community. And I think we should be more present, and we want to be actually more present in your country. So I'm very super happy to be able to talk to you today.
yeah. Amazing, amazing. So, JF, you know, recently we have gone through a lot as a community. We went through all those, I don't want to take up particular names, but we saw that CFI got collapsed, and the people were trusting exchanges, people were trusting CFI ecosystem, and one after another we saw so many exchanges, so many ecosystem going down, and people suddenly they were not trusting the ecosystem. And now people and suddenly people started talking about self custody. People were aware about self custody, but they were not taking it that serious. So how you have seen, are you seeing a shift now? People are more aware about self custody. Are you seeing an increase in sales of your wallet, of the crypto hardware wallet? Are you seeing an increase in queries? Are you seeing an increase from one particular nation, or from all over the world you are seeing an increase in the interest in your product? So how has been the scenario right now?
Yes, we do, and I think there is it's two things. I think it's a bit of a wake up call for people who forgot about the essence of crypto. I think there's been a lot of speculation about the future of crypto, and people speculating through exchanges, through platforms. But now I think people realize the true value of crypto, not only with what you can see happening within the crypto world, but also what's happening with banks. And I think the necessity to find a better, more decentralized, with more ownership, a better alternative, which is the true essence of crypto, is coming very clear to everyone, both for reasons within the crypto community and reasons, more profound reasons, across the globe regarding the financial ecosystem itself. And so, if the essence of crypto is a story of ownership and decentralization, self-custody is part of the essence of crypto. So there's no surprise if there are difficulties outside of self-custody, because it's not crypto. And then if you are engaging in crypto and doing crypto the right way, what do you need? You need to be a self-custodian. And as a self-custodian comes the responsibility for signing your transactions, for owning your assets. And for that, you need a device. And it's a Web3 device. And we have the chance to have done this now for more than 8 years, and have done what is today, I believe, yes, the number one Web3 device, which is enabling you to do what you want to do with your crypto in security and with ease of use. So we saw an increase in sales since some issues happened in crypto, but we see the same increase happening with what's happening in the financial ecosystem. And that's true for hardware sales, but we also have a platform called Ledger Live that people can connect their device to, and we see an increase in transactions, actually 200% more transactions in the recent months than last year at the same period, which was still the bull run. So there's not really a crisis of crypto. There's a realization by a lot of people of the true nature of crypto, and to do it right, you need to do it self-custodian with the right device.
Right, absolutely. So there are many people who are still apprehensive. When I talk to people, generally who are beginners, and even people who are like 2 years, 1 years old in the system, when I ask them what stops them from using a hardware wallet, or why they're still not going to a self custody mode of storing their crypto, why they are not in control of their crypto, the first thing that comes to their mind is generally people say that it's a little complicated. Number one, uh, they're still not sure that the crypto is safe or not. They trust their exchange more. They feel that there you have a customer care there. If something will happen, we can get hold of that guy who's running an exchange, and we can just get hold of him, we can tweet him, we can tag him. But in a hardware wallet, I feel that I'm not in a control of that. If my fund gets lost, it gets lost forever. uh, how you like to convince somebody who goes through these things in his mind? If somebody is going through this thing, how you like to convince him and clarify these things?
I think the first thing is the foundation. And we've been doing Ledger Nanos and now Ledger Stacks for more than 8 years. And these devices never got hacked, never a single hack.
Yeah.
And that's the foundation. And that we are ensuring that permanently. We have a security lab called the Dungeon that is permanently, independently testing every single of our products. And by the way, every single product of the market, to guarantee this security.
Mm.
So the security is the foundation. Then the second question you're asking is like, okay, is it hard to use? Past the step of the onboarding, where you need to secure your seed phrase, your famous 24 words, which is not really a form of complexity. It's just the foundation that you need a master key because you own yourself what you're
Mm.
doing.
Mm.
And this seed is generated inside the device and never leaves the device. And you control the transaction on the trusted display, which is a relatively simple concept. We are building an ecosystem that people can connect to with the Ledger Live application. It is easy to use. You can find your favorite services, can buy crypto with your favorite services, can swap crypto with your favorite services. So you can live a total normal life as a self-custodian. Just try it and you will see. And this conception that is a form of complexity, I think is actually wrong. And we have to make it easier, but we
Yeah.
have to make crypto easier in general. It's not a question of hardware wallets or a
mm,
question of software wallets or exchanges. It's a question for the industry that it needs to be more mass market, and it needs to be more use cases, more application, an easier way of having velocity, easy exchanges between individuals. Yes, there is a challenge. We are still in the early days. I started to work on internet when almost it started.
mm,
For those who remember, and I'm sure in the audience today, a lot of people are super young, but for
mm,
those who remember, it was super clunky to use internet. It's like I
mm.
started with a modem like this, and people
Yeah,
were telling
yeah,
me like,
yeah,
"Oh, internet is super complex. I'm not sure a lot of people will use it one day."
yeah.
And today we see what it is. So I think it's the industry challenge, but the fact of using a hardware wallet is the correct foundation and is not a complexity.
Yeah, absolutely. Many times, people call me and say, uh, "What happens if suppose my laptop has a virus, and if I put my ledger device, connect my ledger device to my wallet, my laptop, and if a laptop has the virus, so my device will get infected and I can lose my funds." Many a times people come up with these kind of queries, and so how safe is that device? If I have to ask you, JF, how safe is the device? What are the standards that you follow? Are those standards are the world's best standards available for cybersecurity, or the best of engineers, the best of standards that you follow? If you have to tell me a little deeper into it, what standards are followed by Ledger? I mean, are they are the world's best standards that you follow?
But I think you said it yourself in the introduction. Is Ledger is I think is a foundation of self-custodian crypto, and yes, I think if there will be a way to attack a ledger, people will be some people will be happy to find it, and ourselves too. As I said, we have this security lab, the dungeon, that is permanently attacking our devices, and this is among the best security team in the world. They publish regularly in the top conferences, and they are, I think, recognized with what they found. And I invite you people to follow them on Twitter. They publish regularly their findings regarding vulnerabilities across the industry. They are among the top teams. So the proof is there. It's so many years and never a single hack and permanently tested. So that's our level of standard, and we continue to maintain these standards. Then after the use case you were mentioning, if I connect my device to a computer and my computer has a virus, your computer having a malware or your phone having a malware, I think it's table stake. It is like this. So you can forget everything that is running solo on your computer or your mobile phone. There will be a malware and you can lose your crypto. So think about alternatives. And then when you connect your device to your computer or to your phone, because you can do both, and it's also a mobility device, the Ledger device. In that case, the secrets that are in the device always stay in the device. They
Mm,
never leave the device. And the device is made of a secure element, so that's the most secure piece of hardware and electronics that there is, upon which runs a dedicated operating system that is specific to the device. And the third specifics of the Ledger device is that there is a screen, because you should not trust the screen of your computer or the
yeah.
screen of your phone. There could be a malware. So
Mm,
that's this trusted display that will tell you that what you sign is what you see.
mm,
And that's a fundamental difference compared to other pieces of hardware. For example, we don't have a screen.
mm,
That's how far the security is going. Even the display is secured, and it's secured at the same level of security as the rest of the
mm.
device.
Right. Wow. So these are like amazing things. Our audience will get to know through this podcast, and there are a lot of questions that keep coming in my mind. So there is another this thing talk when you talk about security, and when there are people when a group of people meet, when they talk about different crypto hardware wallet, and then they start talking about this thing that my crypto wallet is the safest, and then I'll say Ledger is the best. Somebody will say Trezor is the best. So Trezor, there are various crypto hardware wallets. So I have heard this thing that Ledger started from Bitcoin and couple of other coins. Then it started growing as a company. Ledger has grown leaps and bounds, but they're also including various other features within their live app. So they are having staking now. They are having swap. they're having you can buy crypto, you are having on ramp, off ramp today, you are having DeFi ecosystem, you have NFTs within the live app. One so Ledger Live app is like one stop solution. You don't have to leave the hardware wallet now. You don't have to leave Ledger ecosystem to do something, because you're getting everything within the Ledger, right? So many people say once you have so many features as a crypto hardware wallet, you become a little vulnerable, because then your focus is from security, your focus goes on to managing so many other things. Is it true when people say like that?
No. No, it's not true. You will not be surprised I'm saying no, but I can explain why it's not true.
Yeah, yeah.
It is not true because we are doing what we know how to do. And
Yeah.
we are not trying to become an online platform. We are not trying
Mm,
to become a swap platform. We are doing our job, and our job is to do four things, which is
mm,
already a lot. We do hardware, we do an operating system that is extremely unique, we do Ledger Live, the application, and then we do a platform. And that's the platform that enables
mm,
us to provide services that are relevant to every single crypto owner. And this platform is connecting with services. Some services are specific for a country. So if you take the case of India, for example, if you want to buy crypto, you will find experiences like on-ramp money or on Meta that are integrated with Ledger Live. And we hope a lot more will integrate in the future because well, buying is specific to local payment methods. Uh, Exchanging, if it's a centralized exchange, there's a form of regulatory landscape that is different market by market. And
mm,
all these people who are integrating their services inside the Ledger Live application are specialists.
mm,
The difference is that when you buy crypto, for example, with a local partner inside the Ledger Live application, the crypto you buy will be immediately secured by your Ledger device. So you buy crypto directly to the address of your Ledger device, and immediately it's secured. You don't have to do like dozens of transactions in and out of exchanges, which is
yeah,
a. So we are not getting distracted. On the contrary, if we focus on one thing, which is creating this ecosystem and this platform for everything crypto, digital assets, NFTs. But all this, we are powering it through the partnerships and through others who are connecting to the platform. And in your audience, I'm sure there are a lot of developers and there are a lot of people who are part of the industry ecosystem in India. I invite everybody to join us. We have developer kits, we have developer relations, we have partnership management, and that's what's making Ledger relevant each time. Is to manage different languages. We're talking about Hindi. Is to manage different geographies, different partnerships. So we are very focused on being the most open possible. And then people who are specialized in the matter can actually use Ledger and provide their service.
right. Amazing. There is no doubt about that. I mean, the kind of interest people are showing in Ledger. I mean, the latest rounds that you have raised, Ledger as a company has been valued at close to 1.4 billion US dollar. I don't want to get into the long list of investors, those who are interested in Ledger right now, but Samsung has invested in Ledger. I mean, that's a great news. So I mean, that just shows that from outside, the companies in web 2, the big giants in web 2, are seeing Ledger as something that is going to really they've already disrupted the technology side, the security side. But I think going forward, what is your take? I mean, right now, uh, I really don't know if this is a fact or not. Right now, you are serving the retail side of the business. Are you seeing that in future you are going to provide the custody solutions to banks and to the entire financial institutions, the stock exchanges maybe, and to all the ecosystem that is there? Are you going to provide a custody solutions to them as well in future?
So we do already provide
All right.
enterprise solutions. So we have actually a division, Ledger Enterprise Solutions, that is providing
Okay.
solutions for people who want to manage as enterprise customers. And as enterprise customers, you have corporate rules, you have regulation. There's a long list of complexity to run a
Mm,
business. And for these businesses, Ledger Enterprise Solutions is providing the right solution to manage their digital assets. Can be crypto, can be NFT. And they have different products, enabling people not only to secure their assets, but also to manage the governance. Because as a corporation, you don't want one person only to have all the keys to the crypto. Should it be the CEO? Some companies, unfortunately, they lost track of the CEO and CEO disappeared. It happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty sad, but it happened. So you shouldn't have one person managing all your crypto.
Yeah.
And what Ledger Enterprise Solution is providing to customers around the globe, enterprise-grade customers, are solutions to manage crypto, manage the governance in a manner that will fit their regulatory framework. So we are already a technical solution provider. We offer this platform, and that enables it to be incorporated in the governance and in the rules that govern each of the entities. And we have customers in crypto. We have customers with brands that are more and more managing crypto and digital assets with the rise of NFTs. When you sell a good, very often you will be selling a digital good in the near future. So this question is a very important question for a lot of corporations. And we have been serving this now for several years with success.
Right. Jeff, I wanted to know about a very important part when we have these discussions in our close circles, and then they come up with this thing, this particular aspect is very important out of that discussion. That what happens to the you know privacy of the data of somebody who's ordering crypto hardware wallet. So suppose if somebody is ordering hardware wallet through your website, and now obviously he's ordering that to a particular address, and he's providing his mobile phone, his address, and his everything. What happens to that data? Uh, are you storing that data somewhere, or does the ledger store it at a central database where things become a little vulnerable? What is your data policy for all the buyers? I mean, because this is something that's a huge concern for people today all over the globe, that when they're ordering a crypto hardware wallet, what happens to that data?
Yes, I think it's a very good question, and it's very important to protect the data in the best possible way.
Yeah.
It's hard to comment on data policy in details like this in a conversation because it's a serious matter and there is
Mm.
multiple aspects to that. But we are committed to have a very stringent data policy. I think we have the chance to be governed also by rules in our region. I think, and originally the company is based in Europe, that is extremely strict in terms of data policy. And we have improved a lot this aspect and continue to improve it over the years. There's also diversification in the way we make our products available. So you can buy products from Ledger, but you can also buy products, and I'm sure you will be talking about it, but from Amazon, like now it is the case in India. In the United States, the products, you can buy them at your local Best Buy, which is this fabulous network of electronics and appliance stores that I think everybody has heard about globally. And you can go there, and why not pay in cash if you want to pay in cash? So there's multiple ways to acquire a Ledger device. I think people should stick to channels that are trustable. And yes, I think it's an important part of the story. The other important part of the story is that your device is not connected to your purchase. So there's no way
Okay.
to connect a device and you.
All right. So you are saying that device is not mapped to a particular address.
No, because it's let's say it's a generic device that becomes specific when you generate the seed. So no,
Yeah. Yeah.
we don't connect your seed, and we don't know the amount of crypto, for example, that you have.
Ah,
If you know your address, there's no connection between both.
obviously, because device doesn't have a serial number. Device doesn't have a serial number, and once the device is received, anyone can do a factory reset and start using it.
So there's no factory reset needed because the device is not initiated in the beginning.
Okay.
So when you initiate your device, you will either import a seed from a previous device. For example, if you want to upgrade from
Yeah.
a Ledger Nano X, and let's say you buy the new stacks
mm,
that we just released, and you want the same seed, then you will import your seed from one device to the other.
mm.
But there is no way for us to know the amount of crypto in your specific device. And the other thing that should, I think, relax people is that it's becoming a mass market product. So
Mm,
we have sold more than 6 million devices across the globe.
mm.
And so Ledger is for everybody. It's almost like having a mobile phone.
Yeah, it's when you once you say that it's having like having a mobile phone, I like to share a screen, and I mean I have to ask you this question. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes.
Yeah, so I am so excited to know about Ledger Stacks uh because this seems to have a screen. This is just looking like a mobile phone. I mean, this is like it's almost like you're having a mobile phone. It's a it's a touch screen, and you can actually it's supporting Bluetooth, USB-C, touchscreen, wireless charging, NFTs, customizable, 5,000 plus coins supported. You need to tell me more about this product, Jeff.
It's a fabulous product. I think we love it so much. And I think we are very lucky because it's a product we had the chance to do it in collaboration with Tony Fadell, who is the inventor of the iPod.
Yeah.
Um, and so when we introduce it, we say, okay, it's a bit our iPod moment. But a lot of companies are saying, oh, it's my iPod moment. There's
Oh yeah.
very few
So
companies can have their iPod moment with the inventor of the iPod. That is
oh,
running the project. So it is really
so
like
the person who designed iPod is the same person who has designed this. Are you saying that?
yes, it's
Oh
Tony
wow.
Fadell is the mastermind behind this.
Oh
So
wow.
we're very lucky. And then we are also very lucky because the result is amazing. So what is this device? And we were talking about, okay, is it hard to use a hardware wallet? Well, it's always
Hmm.
simpler. So
Hmm.
when you look at the pictures, you can see
Hmm.
what? You can see that you have a much larger screen, but which
Yeah.
remains a trusted display. So
Yeah.
it's where you need to check that what you sign is what you see on your device.
Hmm.
And it's so much more space to understand really what you're doing.
Yeah.
To start the device and create, like during the onboarding phase, it's so easier. And you have this dialogue between your phone and the device, or between the computer and the device. So it's not in the mobile phone in the sense that it's not an independent device. It's a
Hmm.
device that works hand in
Hmm.
hand with your computer and your phone, and it is securing everything you do with crypto and NFT. You can
So
personalize the cover with an NFT. And in terms of technology, it is e-ink. So people are familiar with the e-ink, for example, through the Kindle of
hmm.
Amazon.
Yeah, yeah, Kindle. Yeah, yeah.
So,
Kindle.
so this is when you switch it off, actually, it stays with, for example, the picture or the NFT that you've decided for personalization. On the side, you can write, if it's yours, what it is about, because people can have several. And actually, stacks, you can stack it. So they are
Hmm.
magnetic and you can have several together. So it's a lot of pride for us to have this device. It's a very complement to the other devices, the Nano S Plus and the Nano X,
Hmm.
that are more affordable and more simple. So we have a whole range of devices. And you might have seen actually when you showed the picture on the screen that
Yeah.
we say notify me because we are sold out.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
such a success that it's not available for the moment, but it's coming back soon. And um, and I'm sure
Yeah.
knowing
Yeah.
like
So
the
people can click here and notify me, people, because it's
yes, so
already
you
sold
will
out.
receive a notification when it's available again. And I'm so sure,
Hmm.
knowing what I know about your market and the appetite for technology and the savviness of people, I'm so sure it will be a big
Hmm.
success in India.
Yeah, it will be a big success in India. Once again, I want to remind people that uh, s- uh, the person who designed iPod, the father of iPod, is the same person who designed this Ledger Stacks, and it is already a sold out. You said that it has a touch screen, so I'm sure it will not have any effect on the security side because Ledger never had a screen in the previous devices.
So we always had a screen, but the screen was not a
Uh,
touch screen. I think it's what you mean.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, touch screen. Yeah.
you are interacting with the screen with buttons. So now you interact on a much larger surface, which enables to have a keyboard, which enables to have multiple
mm,
touch points, and which eases a lot the navigation. Because when you are using your ledger a lot, to use your thumbs, it's easy, but it can get a lot easier and a lot clearer. And to your question, no, it is actually the same security inside. And the fact of moving to a different type of screen has been
mm,
tested and tested again and engineered, sorry, by default for security. So everything we do is same security, top standards. At the same time, it is getting easier, and that's something we like users not to see. We like people to think,
mm,
oh, it's so easy, and then there's such an amount of security behind that becomes invisible to them. But it is
mm.
there, it stays there, and is a condition to everything we do.
Right, amazing. I'm waiting for this, but to be very honest. I like to experience this product because this looks very nice in your hand. I mean, the overall feel. I mean, just by looking at this, you want to grab this product. I mean, this is the kind of interest we have in Ledger Stacks right now. So you can so Ledger Stacks won't be connected to internet, right? It will be synced with your say mobile phone or your laptop, maybe, right?
Exactly, you will connect it via a cable, for example, to your computer or via Bluetooth, and it's a
All right.
companion to your phone. So you will be able to use Ledger Live and all the services with much richer interaction, and everything that has to be secured will be secured on the screen, and you will validate your
Mm,
operations with your stacks. So you will have these two devices that are nice
mm.
companion
Yeah,
that will go hand in hand
yeah,
to do things. But all the Ledger products, I think, are really cool. I
yeah,
think with the Nano X, we've done a lot of collaborations with a lot of top brands. We have artists using them. So it is really products that are becoming like a lifestyle.
mm,
And with more than 6 million of them sold, we see that it's becoming like the norm. But 6 million, you will tell me, at the scale of India, it sounds very little. So we have
yeah,
great hope
yeah, yeah.
for the Indian market, and that's why we are so happy to launch on multiple channels, including Amazon in India,
Yeah, yeah, and that's amazing. I
because we
mean,
need to
because
be more easily available, I think.
I was just coming on to that thing because I want to show people that now Ledger is available on Amazon. This is massive because earlier when you were ordering Ledger through Ledger directly or through their website, it took time to reach at your doorsteps. Number one, and also there was some duty that you had to pay, and there were resellers in India where you could buy Ledger, but people still had this thing that why don't I have another option? Why I want to have say I want to buy Ledger from Amazon. You always said that, and now you have an option because Ledger is like officially available on Amazon, and you can see the whole lot of devices are available. At and the best part is that you can calculate the devices. The price is mentioned in the INR, right? And you just need to add to cart and just buy the way you buy your groceries, the way you buy your mobile phones, the way you pay for through credit card, debit card, UPI, whatever way you want to pay, and you can just simply order them through Amazon website. This is huge, and it's not only about one or two product. The whole and the entire range from Nano X blazing orange to cosmic purple to all the devices, and the in fact the accessories are also available through cables and other things as well, and I'm sure Ledger Stacks will also be available going forward. So this is amazing.
But this is really cool, and as you said, I think people can order from ledger.com, and you find the
Yeah,
accessories, you find the devices. We have historical partners like Etherbit, and it's a great addition. I think
it's a great addition.
accessing electronics and accessing a device like Ledger in an easy way,
Hmm.
and shipped from India, from within India.
Shipped from India, that is more important.
The
It'll
key
be like it'll
issue,
take.
yeah, when I talk to my Indian friends, they tell me, "Oh, don't forget to say that because that's the big thing. That's what makes the difference in terms of availability and complexity." So yes, that ships from India, and
But
and
Jeff, I have a question. If it is getting shipped from India, So that means that the devices are being stored at some place in India.
So yes, there is, but we work with Amazon on that. So
Okay.
that's the same as what we do with Amazon in a lot of other countries. We work with Amazon in the UK, in the US, across the globe.
Hmm.
So that's basically the idea is that you can, in a safe way, access the
Hmm.
device when it reaches your door. And what was your question about that? It was a specific question.
Yeah. So my question is that people yesterday I announced it on Twitter, and there were some queries, and they said, Amazon is great, but you at least make me sure that the security will standards will be of the same, because I will still like to buy it from Ledger website.
I
I
think
said no.
it's a good question. It's
Yeah,
important,
yeah.
and I think we should be providing people with the URL inside Amazon, because there's a Ledger page with the Ledger products
Mm,
certified by Ledger within Amazon India. So we should let them know where they can access it. And people have to also know that in the onboarding process, there's a genuine check, and there's multiple layers that guarantee the authenticity of the device. So people should buy
mm,
from the trusted page, and they should also check that the device is sealed when it comes, that
mm,
the recovery sheet is blank, and that they buy it from this, and run through the onboarding
mm.
with the authenticity check, and then they are all good.
Yeah, that is more important. That the device should be sealed. It should not be tampered, and if you feel there is any doubt, first of all, you need to notify Ledger that if you've got a device and if it is not in a proper shape or proper this thing, then you need to inform Ledger and maybe Amazon. And but but the whole point here is that earlier, when there were many people who used to order Ledger devices from Amazon because somebody was selling it who was not authorized by Ledger, and then there were instances when people did got scammed. But now Ledger devices is available through officially Amazon is now selling Ledger devices through the specific page, and now it is pretty okay for you and pretty safe for you to buy Ledger devices through Amazon. And also you can buy it through Etherbit, another reseller in India. And you have third option, you can always buy through Ledger website. Choice is up to you. It's for your convenience that, because there was a huge demand from people that they wanted to buy it from Amazon. Ledger has taken this step.
That's really cool to do that, and the partnership with Amazon has been extremely successful across the globe. So it's a
Yeah.
source, it's a recognized source for people to buy Ledger devices.
Many people ask me, sir, uh, when a ledger sells their devices, what is their revenue model? I mean, once they sell the devices, they've sold it, and generally the devices are durable. Ledger devices are designed to stay forever, kind of a stuff, right? I mean, if the only thing that can go wrong is the screen, and that too you can get an easy replacement of ledger devices, because once you have the private keys with you, you can always get a new device and then move on. But then devices, they are designed in such a way that they last for many years. So what is the revenue model of ledger? Because people change mobile phones, Apple phones in 2 years. People change smart TVs in 3 years. People change other electronic devices in 2 3 years. They don't change a ledger device for ages. What is the revenue model of ledger? How they survive, how they continue to survive for so long, and what is the future? Are they going to have some other form of revenue model? This is one question when people ask a lot.
Yes, no, I think it's a legitimate question, and I think in your community you have a lot of people who are very interested about business matters and who are
Yeah.
entrepreneurs themselves, and is the case in crypto and beyond crypto. So I'm happy to give a bit of hint about that. So yes, so first we make money when we sell hardware. I think
Yeah.
that's this foundation. Hardware is evolving, so probably we'd like people to want to get a new stacks, even though their Ledger Nano X is still, or Nano S is still working very
Mm.
well. They would be happy to upgrade because it's a meaningful upgrade. We
Yeah.
already launched earlier, like last year, the Nano S Plus, which is a meaningful upgrade compared to the Nano S, that suffered from a tiny memory. So you could not install a lot of apps for different cryptos at the same time, which corresponded well to the time where the Nano S was launched, where it was mostly about Bitcoin and Ethereum, and there was not that much diversity. And Nano S Plus is enabling people to install more like maybe up to 100 different apps of different cryptos and being able to exchange and do things with that. So that's how we upgrade products. Nano X is a good solution for your mobile. So the S Plus, you can connect with an OTG cable to an Android phone, but you cannot connect, for example, to iOS. So we are permanently innovating. So that's one direction. The other direction is, I mentioned, Ledger Enterprise Solution. So we package our knowledge of security, of platforms, of governance with secure device to enable the governance, to make it available to institutions and enterprises. And another direction is our platform. So today you can use the Ledger platform for free, but if you want to be integrated in Ledger Live, it's usually a deal where we ask for participation from the applications that are integrated in Ledger Live to help us develop the platform and to help us make money as a company, because we are
Yeah.
indeed a company. So it's multi-layers
Mm.
in our revenue model. As you said, we're also backed by important investors that are trusting us, which is obliging us, I think, in delivering
Mm.
also for them, for the community. I think we are trusted by people around the globe. So yes, we feel very committed to do always better products. That's basically how companies make money, is by
Yeah.
innovating, by delivering security and delivering an open platform.
Last question I want to ask you, JF. How important is India when you sit down with your team and your management, and when they draw a chart, global chart, and when they talk about India, how important is India for them? And you feel that in coming days, in coming time, crypto is really going to flourish here, and how important is when you when you derive or when you draw a strategy, how important is India for you as a market?
It won't surprise you if I say it's super important. I think there's multiple reasons to that. I think there is people will often tell you, like it's like a cliche. Okay, it's the biggest country in the world. Yes,
Yeah.
it's not a cliche, but there's so much beyond that. I think when I see,
Mm.
I talked about it a couple of times, but the level of technology innovation, the level of tech savviness, the level of entrepreneurship, how people also are good with money. I worked in fintech more than 10 years. I always worked with people coming from India. I
Yeah.
was in Austin, Texas, at the big convention, big crypto convention
Mm.
last week. I met a lot of people from India. I think also when you think about the the things that crypto can enable in terms of moving value, making it
Mm.
easier for people, helping small entrepreneurs, small pop and mom shops, sorry, to big companies, and some of the largest companies are Indian. That's the full spectrum. So we cannot be more excited, and I think it's about finding the right partners, being also relatively new to the market, being humble in explaining. And I'm so happy you invited me today, even
Yeah.
though personally I don't speak Hindi, but yes, we will
No,
get there,
that's okay.
and we'll always do more. No, I think it's
Uh,
more than an important country. I think it's a source of inspiration. I've
oh,
been there, and I always learn new things.
thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. I mean, these are so kind words, and glad to hear these things from you. And thank you very much, JF, for coming here today. And this conversation was so amazing. And the best part I liked about this conversation is about your honesty. You answered some very tricky questions, and you were honest about them. And I think honesty, ethos, ethics, these are the kind of things that has actually kept ledger above everything. Ledger has always kept the ethics and ethos. Whenever I think you, because I don't know about the mission of ledger whenever they discuss among the employees, but I'm sure the conduct is such, because I've been observing ledger for so many years. I've been personally using ledger. What I've seen is they've always kept ethics, ethos, people at the core of of the company, because they cannot think about commercials, because the moment they start think about profiting and making money, something will go wrong. And the primary job of ledger is to keep people money safe. And by the way, millions and millions of people depend upon you for their future. Ledger is not into a business of securing crypto. Ledger is into the business of securing future of people. And if that is the purpose, if that is the core that lies at your heart, as a company, you cannot do anything wrong. I mean, because if you think that you're securing the future of you know people, not the crypto, because people future is depending upon their hard earned money, which they have kept it in your hardware wallet. So that is very important. And my suggestion, not an advice, not a financial advice, but my suggestion is that once you start your journey in the ecosystem, you take small steps by obviously going through an exchange. And once you have tried and tested and you've experimented a bit, and now you feel settled in the ecosystem, the immediate step, your immediate step should be to get a hardware wallet, get a secure hardware wallet like Ledger, and secure your future, secure your crypto. That is the immediate thing that you should do, right? So yeah, these are my last thoughts. I hope, JF, you enjoyed this conversation. I'm sure you go to a lot of podcasts, lot of sessions, but I wanted to keep it something that you also enjoyed and you also will take few things out of this podcast.
Thank you very much to you. I think it's very humbling to be hearing your words and to be invited. I think what you do is the most important thing, because when people understand what crypto is about, what digital assets are about,
Yeah,
then they understand the importance of ownership, of security,
yeah,
but they
absolutely.
understand also all the potential of it. So thank you for what you do, because it is the most important thing.
Yeah, thank you, JF. We'll catch up later sometime. Thank you.
Thank you to you. Thank you to everybody who is listening.
Yeah, bye bye.